Matt James is a very attractive man. He's 6'5" tall. A lot of men would probably be intimidated by him, by him being a very attractive man. And when I say intimidated, meaning like they probably wouldn't want their girlfriends or their wives to be in the same setting as Matt James on a regular basis. He does something that a lot of people don't do. He makes constant eye contact with you. That is something that, women find very sexy, because a lot of times when you're talking to somebody, they're on their phone, they're looking around, they're doing other things. It's rare that somebody, when you're talking to somebody, they make constant eye contact with you. That's rare. But anyways, what keeps black men out of corporate office? Some would say. Now, think about it. The majority of the men who are in corporate office are Caucasian men, okay? That's not a secret. So the black men that are in corporate, a lot of times they are in stagnant positions. They really don't move up. They feel that they have to prove themselves. And, sometimes it can be very uncomfortable when you're a black man in corporate office and that you are doing a really good job, you're good at what you do, and you're not getting promoted, and other men or other co-workers, women included, are getting promoted over you. And it's very uncomfortable. And, in my opinion, I think that happens because this is in my opinion, this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. Okay, I'm getting ready to say something that a lot of people don't talk about. And I'm just being honest. For a really long time, people tried to always make it seem as though black women were the ones that were upset about a black man being with a white woman. They always tried to put it on us, like we have an attitude, we don't like it. When we see it, we roll our eyes, whatever. But a lot of black women date white men. A lot of black women do date out of their race. So yes, it could be a couple, black women here or there that had attitudes or, rolled their eyes or something like that. But trust and believe, black men be side-eyed black women when they date white guys. Trust and believe. I seen it firsthand. I witnessed it. Okay, so it go back and forth. But the point that I want to make is this. Nobody really takes into consideration how white men feel about black men dating white women. Okay, like you rarely hear their side. You rarely get their perspective on how they feel about black men dating their women. Okay, now I used to work in corporate office, and I'm telling you, there were about 3 black men on that job that had affairs with white women on that job. One of the white women had just got married to a white man, and she was having an affair with one of the black guys on the job who he also had just got married. So I witnessed this. I'm trying to tell you, it happens. So now with that being said, one of those women who are married to their white husbands, trust and believe one of them or all of them found out that their white wives were having affairs with black men. And so with that being said, I I truly believe that a lot of white people in corporate, mainly white men, I think they keep black men in corporate office in lower levels, or either just keep them out of corporate office altogether, because they don't want you sleeping with their women. They don't want you sleeping with their women. Now, I'm just relaying this message. I'm not, in my opinion, I don't feel like I'm one of those people that have a problem. If I had a son and he wanted to date a white young lady, I wouldn't have a problem with that. And I'm just being real, because I just wouldn't. I don't really know what else to say. But, would I question how he feels about me as a black woman? If he didn't date any black women, yes, I would. But if he just, mainly dates, his own kind, and then he, decided he wanted to date a white woman or whatever, or even marry her, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But the point I'm trying to make is this. As a woman of color, it was very embarrassing to witness this black man on this show with the majority of his potential mates being non-black. That's embarrassing. And the reason why it's embarrassing is because I know that it's a lot of black women out here that he could have chose from to be his potential mate. But his lineup, I don't really know the background of these shows. I don't know if these dating shows, when these people get on these dating shows, I don't know if they just leaving it to chance when they see who their options are, or are they telling the producers, yes, I want mainly white women or mainly black women or whatever, or Chinese, whoever. I don't know, but I don't know whether it's their choice or whether it's just left up to chance or whatever. But meaning like who put their applications in to be on the show, stuff like that. I don't really know the background of it, but all I'm saying is this. I've yet to witness a show where a TV show or whatever, where a white man is on a particular dating show and his lineup is the majority of the women are black. If you witness something like that, 9 times out of 10, he told the producers of that show that he wanted his lineup to be 80% black women. Because that's not something that I believe, they would readily do behind the scenes. But it just shows that, and I hate to sound so cliche, but it just shows that, once again, that a lot of black women are out here, single, don't have no man. Options may seem limited. And when I say may, because, it just depends on your mindset, your energy, your circles. But the majority is what I'm talking about. The majority of women out here being unprotected, not having no man, and then you look on TV and the whole world is seeing a black man that's his lineup is mainly non-black women. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. And, maybe that's what he wanted. I don't know. But I believe that this is why niggas is being kept out of corporate. Straight up. Straight up. And I'm not even trying to be funny. If that's what, if a black man preference is mainly white women, that's fine. That's one thing. But when his lineup is mainly white and he don't know about it, or he whatever. I do believe they have a say in who they want, their options to be. So if that's what he wanted, so be it. But I'm just trying to tell you, I truly believe that's why a lot of black men are being kept out of corporate, because they don't want you sleeping with their women. That's kind of like common sense. They don't want you sleeping with their women. They don't want to even know that you tap Stacy or you tap Karen. But just to be clear, I don't really care about who this man, talking about Matt James, this, on The Bachelor. I don't really care who he choose to love. If he want to be with, a non-black woman, that's fine. That's fine. That's who he in love with. That's fine. But to put all this, in front of the world like this, and I'm not even talking about him in particular. It could have been any black man this on TV dating, this on some dating show, and all the women line up is nothing but non-black women. That look crazy. That just crazy to me. I don't know. I just don't know. It's just not a good look. It's not a good look. And I know you shouldn't care about, whoever you love, but I don't know. It's not a good look. For us as a whole, it's not a good look. And, then he gonna dump her. He gonna dump the girl. He gonna dump the girl for something that she, I think they said, allegedly posted on social media. And I'm sitting up here like, okay, now that just sound crazy. It really do. It sound crazy. And when I say it sound crazy, it just sound crazy that she would post something like that. I'm like, is this for real? And even if she did post it, she was a really young girl. You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all never said nothing that somebody else might deem racist? So I just think that was it just looked kind of stupid to me. It looked crazy. Right along with his beard. Because his beard, I don't know if y'all seen it, but that beard looked crazy. It was like, what? His beard looked so crazy. I was like, what? I mean, it didn't look like bad, but it looked kind of crazy. I'm like, who he trying to be? Rick Ross? I mean, I don't know, but he just to me, he looked I feel like he looked crazy. I mean, check out this clip.
And so when I questioned our relationship, it was in the context of you not fully understanding my blackness and what it means to be a black man in America, and what it would mean for our kids when I saw all those things that were floating around the internet. And it broke my heart, because this is the last conversation I thought we'd be having. I didn't sign up to have this conversation. I had to take a step back for you to put in that work that you outlined that you needed to do. And that's something you gotta do on your own. And that's why we can't be in a relationship.